This is BNN.
JV Bruin News Now is made possible by the generous support of C-Spire, St. Dominic's, Orange Theory Fitness, Bank Plus, the Competitive Family, and these fine sponsors. This week on the show, rehearsals are in full swing for the spring musical. Middle school baseball prepares students for varsity. Look for warm temperatures before cooling off on Friday. Weather, sports, and all of the news are next. JV Bruin News Now for Wednesday, March 8th, 2023 begins right now. From the BNN headquarters on the campus of St. Joseph Catholic School in Madison, this is the JV edition of Mississippi's High School News Leader, the student-produced weekly newscast Bruin News Now.
It's Wednesday on the St. Joe campus. I'm Maylee Thornhill.
And I'm Jacob Gomez. Welcome to the third edition this school year of the JV Bruin News Now, a news show produced and created by the students in the third quarter middle class school journalism class.
The JV BNN crew has worked hard on what we believe is a pretty good show. First up is this. A close look at the talented students who make up the supporting cast, an ensemble of this spring's big musical.
You're right, Maylee. The success of the spring musical Footloose will depend on more than just the main characters. In order to bring the story to life on the big stage, a large cast of supporting actors and actresses are needed.
For those of you who don't know, the spring musical Footloose is based on the hit 1984 film of the same name that starred a young Kevin Bacon. Students have been memorizing lines, learning dances, and preparing for opening night.
JV BNN's Houston Wilkins takes a closer look at the supporting cast in this report.
Excitement has been steadily building up on the St. Joe campus ever since the big spring musical was announced late last semester. Miss Leslie Harkins, the St. Joe theater director, has been hard at work prepping for Footloose, going over lines, blocking scenes, and practicing dance moves.
I think the ones that have never danced before might be struggling a little bit, but I think it's really great because they're all coming together and working together to yield a great product at the end.
Everyone usually focuses on the lead actors, but just as important are supporting players and ensemble actors and dancers.
So whether you're a lead or just a supporting role or even just working backstage or light crew, if you aren't there doing that job, the story's not being told the way that it's meant to be.
Bruin sophomore Cassie Anderson says she is happy to take on a supporting role of the wife of the Reverend. She believes her role is important because it helps keep the momentum of the story moving forward and the plot interesting.
You really get to see Vi and how she reacted to the death of her son and how her daughter's starting to rebel and start to act out, and how she reacts to the fact that her husband has changed from being all sweet and loving to stern and strict.
Susie Steckler, a 7th grader who worked on the lighting crew for the fall play, and Emily Odie, another 7th grader, have minor roles as a member of the ensemble. Steckler says she is enjoying the chance to perform with her sister, who is a senior and will graduate this May.
We're getting a lot of progress done. We've done a lot of different dances, and the people have started blocking and started rehearsing lines.
Even Gia Picarella, who plays one of the lead roles in the musical, said she believes the supporting actors and actresses play a big role in Footloose.
Yes, this is my third time having a super important role. For the play this year, I was the mother in A Christmas Story, and I really enjoyed that role. And then in the last spring musical for 2022, it was Singing in the Rain, and I was Kathy, and that was so much fun. I really enjoyed that.
Footloose promises to be a lot of fun with strong performance from all players. Reporting from JV Bruin News Now, I'm Houston Wilkins.
Thanks, Houston. Remember, Footloose opens in the Fine Arts Theater for a 3-day, 4-performance run beginning Friday, April 14th. Curtain times will be 7 p.m. Friday and Saturday, as well as 2 p.m. matinees on Saturday and Sunday.
Admission will be free for St. Joe students. Students from Sister Theobone, St. Richard, St. Anthony Catholic Schools also will be admitted free if they wear their school shirts. Admission for everyone else is $12. Mark your calendars and plan to attend.
Another group that is hard at work are students interested in joining the St. Joe Color Guard for next fall. Tryouts are set every day this week after school in the Fine Arts lobby.
The Color Guard returned to the St. Joe campus last fall after a short absence. Miss Megan Westbrook took over as coach last fall and is excited about the possibilities for their group.
We are in the middle right now of trying out for rifle, just because all of my girls know how to do flag at this point. And then next year we will start to try out for saber. So, and if anyone new comes in, we'll try out for flag.
The third academic quarter comes to an end on Friday, and you know what that means, right? Report cards with your grades for the third quarter will hit your parents' email inboxes the week we return from spring break. It also means you only have 9 more weeks left to pull up your grades and make sure you don't end up in summer school in June and July.
The Friday before spring break marks the end of the third grading period. This year it had 10 weeks in it just because of the way the calendar fell, but all grades have to be completed by the Friday before spring break, and then report cards will be issued the first Friday we're back from spring break.
As Jacob just said, spring break starts when school lets out on Friday. Maybe a better name might be end of winter break, because it won't officially be spring until after we return to school. But that's another story. The point is, St. Joe will be closed the week of Monday, March 13th. Classes will resume and the fourth academic quarter will begin at 8 a.m. on Monday, March 20th. Enjoy the break.
Eastside Mission projects were due March 1st. Now they are off to the judges. Eastside Mission is an online science, technology, engineering, and math competition for students. At St. Joe, 7th and 8th grade students participate as part of their science classes. Students work in teams to choose a problem in their community, to explore with science, or solve with engineering. Eastside Mission is an Army educational outreach program.
We really started our brainstorming around Christmas, during Christmas break, and we started our research in January. The date that it's due is this Friday, and right now pretty much everyone is completed.
Living Out Loud for 7th and 8th graders, the small faith group on the St. Joe campus, will meet on Thursday at 7 a.m. in room 506. The group is a great way to enjoy fellowship and share your Catholic faith. Look for additional meetings for Living Out Loud, ones for freshmen and sophomores, and ones for juniors and seniors, when school resumes after spring break. Coming up, Caitlin Evans has your forecast for the rest of the week.
And Bryden Jones and Eli Watkins have the latest in Bruin sports, including a look at middle school baseball.
Stick around because sports and weather are next.
Hello, Bruin fans. I'm Bryden Jones.
And I'm Eli Watkins.
And this is the JV Bruin News Now Sports Report. Spring sports at St. Joe are well underway as we reach the end of the third academic quarter. St. Joe has a full slate of spring sports that include track, golf, tennis, archery, and of course, the big one, baseball.
Bruin varsity baseball got off to a quick start this year with a huge win against Jackson Academy and Link Academy, to name 2. The Bruins plan to play next week in the Battle of the Beach tournament on the Mississippi Gulf Coast.
But first things first, the Bruins plan to host Newton County at home at DM Howie Field on Friday night. Come out and fill the stands for this important game, and while you're at it, enjoy some of the delicious food and snacks at the concessions. You can even feed your family while running for foul balls. Coach McCall and company are sure to appreciate strong fan support.
You know another sport where you can catch some stray balls? How about tennis? The Bruin tennis, under the leadership of the first-year coach, Leigh-Ann Peroni, host Capaya Academy at Thursday at 3:30 p.m. at Cypress Lake.
The tennis team opened their 2023 season on Wednesday, March 1st with a match at St. Andrews in Ridgeland.
In Bruin golf, the school team hosts the St. Joe Classic Golf Tournament on Tuesday, March 21st at the 18-hole par 64 course at Whisper Lake in Madison. The team includes several veteran golfers.
Bruin track holds a lot of promise with a large boys varsity team and a large girls varsity team. The track team opened competition on Friday, March 3rd at the St. Andrews Invitational meet in Ridgeland. The teams hit the field again Wednesday, March 22nd at Jackson Academy. We mentioned varsity baseball earlier in the sportscast, but the foundation for the Bruin baseball begins in their middle school. There, a 14-member middle school team spends their season competing against other middle school teams.
At the same time, the St. Joe Middle School players have a chance to learn and develop skills they will use when they make it to the varsity play. I spent some time recently watching the middle school team play and practice and was especially impressed.
I mean, I don't see any reason why we can't be competitive in every game that we play. The thing about middle school, and I want to win just as much as the next guy, but I'm really focused on development. If you go 15-0 in middle school, like that's great and all, but and in the end, it doesn't really count for anything. But you becoming a better player, getting ready for the varsity level where you're competing for something like a state championship, that's really what I really want with the middle school program. That's what I really am striving for.
I enjoy it. It's fun. It's good to get to hang out with others and practice in the morning. If it's raining or really cold, we usually stay inside or go in the cages and get out of the rain.
So with middle school, what we do, every D period we'll have practice. We do offer those younger guys a chance to come out and practice with the older guys any afternoon that they're available. In the past we've had some really good middle school teams that have put out some really good middle school players that ended up being a part of our state championship team in 2018. The program is extremely important, not necessarily just because of wins and losses, but more for developmental reasons.
Coach Ziegler says many of the best varsity players he coaches today received their start on the middle school team here at St. Joe. It's a pretty good program. I know you'd agree, Brighton, since you play for the baseball team.
Yes, I've learned a lot in the short time I've been on the team, but I think that can be said for all the middle school sports where players are essentially preparing for varsity competition.
That's it for this edition of the JV Bruin News Now Sports Report. I'm Eli Watkins.
And I'm Brighton Jones. Don't forget to look for the BNN Sports Report this Friday. Go Bruins! Hello Bruins, I'm Kaylin Evans with your forecast for the rest of this week. Look for partly cloudy strikes the rest of this week, with a chance of rain creeping into the forecast this afternoon. Rain should become more prevalent Thursday night before cooling off on Friday. Look for a high today and Thursday near 80s with lows both days near 65. On Friday, temperatures will cool off with a high in the upper 60s and a low in the upper 40s. Chance of rain is 50% today, Thursday and Friday jumping to 70% Thursday night. Rain should clear out by late Friday afternoon. I'm Kaylin Evans. Enjoy the rest of your week.
Thanks, Caitlin, Eli, and Brighton. I sure hope the weather holds out and is nice the rest of the week, and especially during spring break. I'm heading over to Birmingham this weekend to participate in a volleyball tournament. What about you, Jacob?
I don't really know. My family might just stay home this week and take a break from all the schoolwork. It's going to be nice not having classes for a whole week.
Well, that's it for this edition of JV Bruin News Now. Thanks for watching. Remember to like, comment, share, and subscribe to the BNN channel on YouTube, where you'll find an archive of all BNN episodes.
And visit our sister website, The Bearfacts, online at www.thebearfacts.net for more St. Joe news. Then look for the next regular edition of Bruin News Now, available on YouTube by mid-morning Friday. I'm Jacob Gomez.
And I'm Maylee Thornhill. From all of us here at JV BNN, have a great week. See you next time.